That wasn't the guild. What was I saying? Yeah, my IRL is gonna get really busy, so that's kind of why I'm kind of like, if Persona 3 was, maybe if Persona 3 was like a week or two away from now, I'd consider like doing more of the jobs, but now that Persona 3 is releasing, this is kind of why. And also we missed that job, because again, if we didn't miss that job, I would keep doing the jobs. Ooh, we have another job here. The Wannets as well, I'm kind of like, do I want to bother? The Wannets are a cool thing. I might, although the RNG does get annoying, so maybe I won't bother. Job 79. I'm just trying to go to all the guilds and like fill in all the Wannets and such. For now, as I contemplate what I'm doing. So again, this isn't really a matter of me breaking any kind of promise, because my promise was technically doing all the jobs. However, that promise is already like, there's no way I can fulfill that. We missed job 41. So there's no way we can fulfill that. If I didn't miss job 41, I wouldn't be saying any of this. So, you know. Gizlam is the guild, right? Or is it society? No, it's Gizlam. Gizlam as the guild. As for the Wanneds, I could do the Wanneds. I like tracking down wanted monsters. However, going in and out of fields and not getting the Wanneds and load screens, which in a game, again, in a game I'm not incredibly invested in, kind of seems annoying. The loading screens aren't long, but when you have to keep doing it, it adds up. And it gets boring. And also, like, this playthrough is not really, like, doing that well in terms of views. And I normally, like, I don't really care about, like, attention on YouTube and stuff. Like, I don't normally care about that, but, like, put it like this. If there's a game I'm not super invested in, and if views and stuff and people aren't invested in the game as well, and I'm not invested in the game super hard, that just gives me a reason to be like, why am I gonna bother spending like another 10 to 20 hours with the game when I can just like finish it? Now, Arc the Lad 2 didn't do exactly well with views either, but I really enjoyed that game. It had its problems here and there. Melissa, who is waiting in the Sabby Wilds, claims that an evil hunter's trying to kill her. Resolve the matter before confidence in the guild is jeopardized. Arc the Lad 2 didn't exactly get a lot of attention either, but I enjoyed the game. So I was kind of like, who cares, dude? Just keep playing the game. And again, I'm not hating this game, but I am not super... I think this game is like fine to good. It might depend on the ending if I say it's fine or good. I think this game is like good enough, but it's definitely nothing special. I want to see Outlaws. Okay, I filled in every single spot. So, I could do the Gogan mission right now, or I can just do some other jobs. Could do the Wanneds off screen. I guess I could. I mean, yeah, if I don't do them now, I might do them off screen, but like... See, another thing is, you don't get much reward for the one. You get money, but like, you don't really need much money in the game because the game is laughably easy. Like, you don't... I think the game expects you to use like the synthesis system, but the synthesis system is very trial and error. It's very trial and error, and it's very... It's trial and error, and it's also... I might also go fight a Wanted as I talk about this. It's very trial and error and also relies on the guide. And the game is not that difficult. The difficulty in this game is whack in terms that it's like too easy most of the time. So it doesn't really encourage you to use it, to be honest. Like, why am I going to go out of my way to like get best equipment and stuff if I'm like steamrolling the game, you know? So I don't know. what I'm gonna do here. I honestly think unless a job comes up that I'm interested in, I'm probably just gonna ignore them. Especially because not much people seem interested in the game as a whole, and me, the player, am starting to lose steam with the game a little bit. Like, the game isn't getting to drag territory yet. It's kind of close, though. If I'm still doing jobs, it might get to drag territory by the, like, over 40 hours. It might start to get to dragging a little bit. So I don't know. Plus, if I finish it sooner rather than later, I can just focus on Persona 3 and more Graces, and try to get Graces done before Symphonia, even though I doubt that heavily. I can check to see if there's... Oh, no, not that. I read that already. I can look to see how many Marion areas are left. Well, the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure we're done going to guilds. Like, we're done going to guilds because we got every single wanted unlocked. We just don't have them actually done yet. So, I'm pretty sure we're done with towns. I think the game is just going to be a bunch of back and forth between these guilds, and the jobs are just going to be guilds that we have explored in Disc 1. So we're done with new areas, and I'm pretty sure Rimalian Sky Castle in Ragnarok is going to be the final dungeon, probably, because why wouldn't it be? Oh, I didn't go to ETO yet to check for jobs. I think I'm going to do the main mission now. So all these jobs that we have here, I'm gonna skip. I'm not gonna bother with them. And if jobs come up for characters from, like, the second game or something, I'll probably do. I think is gonna be my plan. Also, anything with the rainbow, if the Rainbow Bridge ever comes back, I'm not doing their nonsense again, probably. Although, I don't know if they're gonna come back for a job, because they had the disbandment or whatever. But then, like, the assistant is, like, now a leader of her own gang, so I don't know if they're gonna have a part 2, but if they do, I'm probably gonna ignore it. Workers using Midori Swamp. Let's just do this one while I'm here. I don't want to ignore the jobs, but I don't care about doing all of them. Where do I have to go for this one? Workers using Midori Swamp as a temper. Oh, we have to go report to... So, Midori Swamp, I think. Wasn't Midori Swamp the area in Ragnarok? That was like the one battle I thought was going to be a dungeon. While they continue with their duties, report directly to the job site. Yo, Raptor, if you wouldn't mind, actually, do a Google search. How close am I? Like, if you can, it might be kind of hard because this game is, like, this game is hard to get information about, but if you can, you said look up how much of the main story there is. Like, there's no more quote-unquote new areas, but if I hard focus the main story, how long do I have of this game? Because I'm not sure what else they can do with it. We have to buy Elk time as he finds a way to seal the Dark One, and then we go to the Sky Castle. After finding Goguen, I'm not really sure what more they can do with it. Like, I have no idea. After, like, finding Goguen. Hovercraft? I can tell you in terms of areas, main story job. Yeah, it works, that works. Main story jobs. However it works, that works. That might be the best way to do it. Any main story job, like, I guess you can count the amount of main story jobs. Whatever works, but yeah, that would be ideal. Because that might influence my decision here. Where am I going again? Oh, right, Ragnarok. Maduro Swamp, I think. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling about Arctolad 3. I went into the game, 4 hours in, I was like, yeah, the game is good. Like, it needs some time to pick up. The game, I feel like, from an opinionated standpoint, like, I'm fine with games not having a plot for like 5 to 10 hours. This game really doesn't have its plot for like the first 20-ish hours. Like, sure, the Academy's bad and doing bad stuff. It doesn't really have its plot for such a long time. It's just too long of a wind-up time for me. It mostly just feels like, you know, getting your characters, the Academy's doing stuff, do jobs. It gets formulaic and it kind of breaks the pace. And sometimes the jobs are good. Other times the jobs kind of drag. Like, most of the time, the game is dialogue bloated and it amounts to nothing. Like, it doesn't amount to much in the game. And sometimes you get some neat story moments and character moments, but they're really few and far between. Like, there was one job that I liked that did good for Cheryl's character. It wasn't, like, spectacular, but it was decent. And there was one that did something for Theo a little bit. But, like, most of the time, the jobs are about the NPCs, and sometimes they're interesting. Other times, they're just, like, not. And some are just not, like, funny or anything like the Rainbow Bridge Gang or anything with Henrietta, so... I'm sure the game is a hit or miss on if you like the humor or not with the jobs. Sometimes the humor hits okay for me, other times it does not hit. Did you do 73 already? No. Wait, did I actually? I think I did do 73. I'm gonna go check right now. Dude, the jobs started going out of order here, so I don't know what jobs I did. I don't think I did 73, or maybe I did. What job is this? This is 74. Because ever since job 69, after job 69, they started going out of order. They had like job 71, I think it was like 71, maybe 73, and then 75. And now they're going in like a weird order now. I'm about to check right now if I did job 73. So yeah, the characters, like, are just, like, fine, too. That's another thing. The characters, like, aren't that interesting. I think they're fine, but, like, with a game with barely, like, the story is finally starting and we're probably at the end. Job 80? Oh, hell no. We're not doing this. Short-handed and seeks temporary staffing? This sounds like something that Work and Designs is going to try to make some lame jokes in, and I'm going to hate it. I'm not messing with that. Did I do job 73? I did not do job 73. Wait, is 73 even the mandatory one? I haven't found 73 yet. Or maybe I found it in another guild and I just didn't pick it up. I think the mandatory job right now is 76, though. It's Gogan's job. Because we need to find Gogan. Yeah, this end game's a little unorganized for not having a guide. Because it's a lot of back and forth, and the numberings are so weird, and you can only accept 3 jobs at a time. I kind of wish they changed that from Arctolad 2. Arctolad 2, you can only accept 3 jobs, but this game, the job is like the crux of the game, so... This game being like, hey... you can only accept 3 jobs, it means a lot more when there's so many, and it's basically the foundation of the game. Like, the game is the job system, essentially. And another thing that bothers me about the game, I'm just not a fan of games. Like, this is a personal thing. I'm sure some people would, like, be okay with this, and it's completely opinionated. But, I'm not a fan of when games have the job system, etc. as their main gimmick. Like, when the games have, like, quest systems and jobs as their main system, I'm never really a fan of it. I'd rather the game have a story, right? It has a story, and then side quests are separate. Like, most Tales of games, they do their side quests separately. Or, like, some, like Like Arc the Lad 2 does it like that. It has the story and it has the jobs, which can be nice little moments. I don't really like it when, like, the side quest system is the story. I never really like it. There are exceptions when it's done well, like Ys 8 and 9, I feel. 9 specifically, because 9 made you it encouraged you to do the side quest, but it very much had a main story. And it had good characters. I normally don't like it when games have the side quest system be its story, because normally the story is bare bones for most of it, and the pacing is also off, so. There are apparently 6 main jobs left. Each one seems to have a dungeon area or something associated. Don't know if the castle has a job with it. Couldn't tell, but with it, 6 dungeon areas. So we are really close. We wouldn't, like... We might not finish before Persona 3, but we might be, like, 1 stream away if I did focus the story. I feel bad doing this too, because, like, I think I'm, like, one of the only people with an Arc the Lad 3 playthrough. Like, there are not many people who play through any of the Arc the Lad games, so, like, people who are like, oh, we're hoping to see me 100%. However, I did miss that one job, so I'm like... But however, I'm not gonna push through. Like, I'm sorry to those people who are like, oh, I wanted to see you do more of the jobs, but, like, I kind of just, like, don't wanna. Unless they interest me. None of the jobs interest me now. I'm doing this one. The hunter at the Spell Institute in Rusant knows where Gogan is. Ask him for details. Actually, wait, I could take jobs. Is that how it works? Because, like, the Kalara job, right? You probably just have to take the job before doing it, right? It said, I think the dialogue prompt was, another hunter took this job. What was it? Job 41. It said another hunter took the job. So maybe if I take the job, I can still do it later. But if you don't take the job, you can only take 3 though, so you're bound to miss some. Let me take one more job then, just to have it. And if I want to... Actually, I'll just leave the space open. I don't really care. Let me just go do this Gogan job. If you do long enough streams, you might finish it. I don't see you finishing before P3. Yeah, I'm honestly... I mean, obviously, if I do everything... If I do all the jobs, I'm definitely not. There's no way. There's like 20 jobs left in the game, not counting the story. Even if I main story focus it, I'm kind of taking into account I don't, but get close enough to finishing it like 1 stream away. My plan is honestly this. I'm going to do 1 more stream before Persona 3. And if I don't finish it then if I just focus main story, I could finish it like a week after Persona 3 releases. I just need 1 more stream. That's kind of my plan. We'll see how that pans out.